Over to the outside, or opposite side, excuse me, passed up by Hudak. Back row attack for London, and she gets the point. It's 2-0 Robert Morris. Two-setter formation with Whitney Brown and Megan Cannon, having that setter in the back row. This one rolled over, but blocked right down. It's Maria Alfano who sends it right back, and a point for the opposite side. That one's for number 13, and it's passed up by the Colonials. Over to Wilt. Wilt off of the block. Roll is on the tape, and it drops down. A swing and a miss from number 15. This one passed up by Reiner. Into the middle off of the block, and the Jaspers will replay themselves. To the outside this time, it's sent over, and Zanoli gets to it. Back row attack for London. That one just gets over the net. They're going to swing it that way. There was nobody there. It was a beautiful serve from Emma Granger, the first ace of the season for her. Pushing it over. Dale Starr wanted a double hit on that one. Granger sending that one over. Elatiza gets to it. Back to Brown on the opposite side. It's passed up by Wilt. To the outside for London. Tough angle for her, but keeping it alive for the Jaspers. They'll go back outside Markowski, and that one is put back down by Robert Morris. It's a point for the Colonials. Lizzie Brown will serve again for the Jaspers. Passed up by London. London staying for one, sends it over, and a nice placement as she gets the point, dropping that one right inside the lines. Passed up by Elatiza to the outside, off of the block and inside the lines. Blocked down, point for Robert Morris. She realized it afterwards that it was still in play. This is another serve and another ace for Emma Granger as that one goes off of Elatiza's arms. And a point for Robert Morris, and they're slowly for it. Back outside for Manhattan. It's passed up, kept up by Wilt. Nice play from her. Back row for London. She'll just tip it over, and she drops it right into that circle in the middle of the court. Ren Hoffman will serve for Manhattan. She'll float that one over right to Emma Granger. Nice pass from her. They'll go outside to Wilt off of the block. Still in play. Zanoli has to play it because it's close on that line. Hudak going cross court and dropping it down. A nice play. And a nice spot from Alyssa Hudak. Erica Wilt will serve. Passed up. Into the middle. That one is sent down. Nice kill from the middle blocker, number 15. That's Julia Menacall. This one's passed up by Wild. Second ball will be taken by Elatiza. Abby Brown on the attack. Off of the block. Alfano gets there first. Sarjanovic on the attack, and she gets the point for Robert Morris. Brown sends it over. Wilt passes it up. Hudak just touching it over. Brown gets to it. Reiner is there for the second ball. Markowski for the third, and it's a beautiful placement from Kelly Markowski. Brown's serve is passed up by Sarjanovic. Whitney Brown with the set back to Sarjanovic. Reiner is there for it. Markowski will just send over a free ball. Wilt passes it up. Granger on the slide, cross court. Inside the lines is the call. So that will be all. Goes off your fist, you have no control over it really. It's a lot harder of a pass than you'd like it to be. That one's overpassed and sent back down. Emma Granger, my goodness. A monstrous swing from her, and it's 2-0. Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference, the MAAC, not to get confused with the other MAC, the Mid-American Conference. That one off of the block from Wild. Wild will serve, it's passed up. Wilt on the attack from the back row, off the block. Zanoli gets there on the pass. Tough angle for Wilt, but she's able to get to it. Wild will send it over, goes to Granger, and Granger on that quick kill. On the slide for number 13, that was Hayner. They go back row, and the block is right there for her. That's Maria Alfano on the block. Starting to pull away a little bit here in this third set. Granger serve, passed up by Reiner. Elatiza to the outside to Markowski, and off the block. And down, a point for Robert Morris, and that is a timeout now as Manhattan will take a timeout. Wilt serve sent over, passed up by Hoffman. Menacall rolling that one over. Zanoli is there for it. To Sarjanovic. Hoffman is there for it. Tight on the net. They'll fight for it, both teams. Menacall gets to it, and then sent over by Hayner. Into the middle for Alfano. Correction, Sarjanovic will get to it. It was a tough set. Menacall tipping that one over. Zanoli gets a hand on it, and Devlin sends it over. Nice play from both these sides. Menacall, I might have jinxed it there, right into the net from her. Whitney Brown serve passed up. Over to Menacall. That one off the antenna, and that will be all she wrote. The Colonials take the first match of the 2019 season, the first match in the UPMC Events Center by a score of 3-0, 25-15.